Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told us to worship Him. Does that mean that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala needs our worship? No way. Absolutely not. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah doesn't need anyone to worship Him. There are millions of people in this world who do not worship Allah. Does that make any difference to Allah? Of course not. As Musa alayhi salam said,
وَقَالَ مُوسَى إِن تَكْفُرُوا أَنْتُمْ وَمَنْ فِي الْأَرْضِ جَمِيعًا فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ لَغَنِيٌّ حَمِيدٌ.
whether we believe or not believe in Allah doesn't make any difference to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Just think about it. You are not even as big as an ant, not even an ant compared to Allah. How can your worshipping Allah or not worshipping Allah make any difference to Him? Allah doesn't need anyone to worship Him, to praise Him, or even love Him. In fact, Allah tells us in the Quran,
وَرَبُّكَ الْغَنِيُّ ذُو الرَّحْمَةِ إِن يَشَأْ يُذْهِبْكُمْ وَيَسْتَخْلِفْ مِن بَعْدِكُم مَّا يَشَاءُ كَمَا أَنشَأَكُم مِّن ذُرِّيَّةِ قَوْمٍ آخَرِينَ.
meaning Allah has absolutely no need for us. If He wants, He could just vanish us all and create a new people in our place. Even if everyone dies, and one day all of us will die, including the angels, and only Allah, the ever-living, the last one, will still be alive. Even then, it makes no difference to Allah. He doesn't need anyone. So then, why do we worship Allah? Do we worship Allah because He created us? Or because He rewards us too, so we get to go to Jannah? These are good reasons, but are they just it? What if Allah hadn't created you? Or what if Allah said there will be no reward for doing good deeds, you just have to do them? Or if Allah never gave you anything, then are we not going to worship Allah? Of course not. We worship Allah because He is worthy of our worship. He is worthy of our praise. And one of Allah's names is that He is worthy of praise. He deserves all of our praise. He deserves all of our worship. Allah doesn't have any need for anyone's worship or anyone's praises or even anyone's love. But Allah and only Allah is worthy of our worship and our praises and our complete obedience. He deserves to be obeyed. And so we obey Him, we worship Him, and we praise Him. Not because He needs it, but because He deserves it. Because of who Allah is. Even if Allah hadn't ever told us to worship Him, He is still worthy of our worship. Even if He hadn't created you, Allah is still worthy of all of the praise. Even if He never gives you anything, He is still worthy of our worship. Even if there is no Jannah, Allah is still worthy of all of your praises, all of your worship, all of your obedience. Now, do you think though we will ever be able to worship Him or praise Him as He deserves to? No way. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created angels, millions of them, who worship Him from the day they were created, from the time they were created. All they have been doing is that they have been either in prostration, and some angels who have been in ruku since the day they were created, praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They never get up, they never stand up straight, they never go anywhere, never do anything. And they will stay like this till the day of judgment. On the day of judgment, before they die, they will stand up straight. After their millions of years of just worshipping Allah, just praising Allah, they will stand up straight and they will say, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we have not praised you enough. We have not praised you as you deserve to be praised. Allah deserves more. He is worthy of more of our praises. Now, what is our worship compared to the worship of these angels? Nothing. Even if you praise Allah your entire life and do nothing else except for praying and praising Allah, that won't even be like a second compared to their worship. So clearly we cannot worship Him as He deserves. We cannot praise Him as He deserves. And He has no need for our worship. But as much as we can, we need to spend our life in worship and in total obedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because Allah deserves it. Because of who Allah is. And who is Allah? That is what we are doing now. Learning who Allah is through His attributes. You might ask then, why did Allah tell us to pray or praise Him in a specific way? But if you think about it, you will soon realize the answer. Well, of course, it's not because He gets something from you doing it, but it's because you get something from doing it. What? What do you get? Allah doesn't need us. We need Allah. Allah doesn't need anything, but we need Allah for everything. He doesn't need your love, but you need His love. You need His friendship, His protection, His pleasure. If you think about it, you will soon realize it is an honor, it is a gift that the King of the Kings, the Lord of the worlds, has allowed you and shown you a way that if you walk on this sirat, this way, you can come closer to Him. Wow. Seriously, wow. If you just sit and think about it, you will realize what an incredible gift He has given us human beings by giving us an opportunity to worship Him. And through that worship of just a few years, He grants us homes near Him in Jannah. And one day He will even show Himself to us. Seriously, wow. Subhanallah. And if you work, if you strive to make Allah your friend, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who has no need for any friends, Allah will rush to you to be your friend, to be the best friend you can ever have. Isn't this a wonderful gift Allah has given you? The way to become His friend. We don't even treat ants with this much mercy. We see one and often we just crush them under our feet. But we who are not even as big as an ant, Allah has made for us a way that if we lead our life that way, He will open the doors of His heaven for us, that the Lord of the worlds would love you. He would build homes for you for eternity near Him. This way, this Sirat al-Mustaqim, the one we make dua for every day in Surah Fatiha, that Allah help us stay on this path, the right way to live our lives, the way of Islam. How pathetic is someone who has been given this opportunity to live life in eternity by spending just a few years on earth being tested. Even the answers have already been given. What you need to do and what you need to stay away from. You even have the help from your own teacher, your Rabb, all of the time. And still that person says, no? Says, why does the teacher need me to pass the test? The teacher doesn't need you to pass the test. You need to pass the test so you can reach Jannah, so you can be closer to the teacher, so you can get the help of the teacher. May Allah protect you and me from failing our test. Allah doesn't need us. We need Him. We always have needed Him and we will always need Him. Just like we need food and water to survive, and love and friendships to be happy, we need to worship Allah, to live a successful and happy life in this world and the next, till eternity. It is our need to worship Him, to praise Him, to thank Him, and to obey Him. Allah doesn't need it, we need it. Allah is worthy of all of our praise, all of our worship. We worship Allah not because He needs it, but because He is worthy of it and we need it. And this is the reason why Allah created us in the first place, to worship Him.